Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Of course, today was New Comic Book Day, which means right now it's time for the new comic book video. Really nice week for books. There was some good titles that came out, a couple of really hot ones that were blowing off the shelves. I also went to my storage unit the other day and just pulled a couple of books out that I found that I really like the covers, and then a couple that have a pretty good price point that surprised me. And then lastly, I was able to pick up a couple of pre-code books, and I'm going to show those. I think you're really going to like those two, so I know I like them. So let's jump right into the book. Only one book from DC for me today. We've talked about this. I'm not going to get into buying all the Future State stuff, but I will continue to buy Batman, and I will continue to buy Dark Detective. So this week it was Batman number 3. Again, the reason I really don't like these, $3.99 price point. Don't like the $3.99 price point. Sorry about the glare. Again, brand new lighting system, and it is a work in progress to find the exact right combination of lights to keep the glare down. And then next up, that was it for DC. Marvel number 2, Star Wars: The High Republic. Right there. Gwynnm versus Carnage, number 2. Pretty nice looking cover right there. Venom number 33, cover A. And I believe this is a connecting cover, but a real wicked looking cover right there nevertheless. And the big book from Marvel, in my opinion, was Amazing Spider-Man number 55, the second printing. Again, really nice looking right here. This was selling pretty good. It's not going to hold the value that the first print has because a lot of these were purchased, but still, beautiful looking book. This will probably continue to sell in the $10 to $12 range, when all is said and done. And that was it for mainstream, Marvel and DC. Again, not really getting into the DC stuff, and then Marvel was slim pickings this week for me, the things that I enjoy. So now we will go to the independents. First one up, cover purchase only on this, Walking Dead Deluxe number 8. I just really like that zombie cover right there, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy that. There's that there. A book that I'm actually looking forward to looking at. I picked this one up here. This is Fear Case number 1. And I forgot who the publisher on this one. Dark Horse. Dark Horse, I haven't picked up a lot of Dark Horse in a long time, but the premise of this story was pretty good. This is an all-black cover for the most part. Pretty good story. I'm looking forward to it. There was a couple of different covers. This is the one I really liked. It was an all-black cover, real hard to find in high-grade condition, but I was able to find one of those. From IDW, a book that's going to kind of, I'm not going to say necessarily fly under the radar, but a lot of people may or may not have bought it. This is Star Wars High Republic Adventures, number 1. There's that there. One of the books that was on my pick list, we talked about this. This is Maniac of New York from Aftershock, number 1. Kind of a Jason Friday the 13th style killer with the type of mask. Selling really, really well. There was a 1 for 15 ratio, but it was $30. I'm not going to pay $30 for a ratio, but still, I read this story. It was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the additional issues. I think there's 3 issues in this run. I could be wrong, though. From Behemoth Comics, this is A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, second print. Pretty much the same as the first print, but this was one of the covers that I was unable to get, so I figured, you know what, it's a second print. I'll pick up this because this was the cover that bypassed me. I was able to get the B covers. I wasn't able to get the A covers because a lot of them came in damaged because of the all red cover. But that's really cool right there. And if you haven't read this, it's actually pretty good. And if you haven't had a chance to see the Iranian movie, take a look at it. You can see it. It's a really, really good movie. This was a cover purchase only, Vengeance of Vampirella number 14. Bought this because it kind of reminded me of the Scales of Justice. The same pose without the scales, but has the robe, the flowing cape and everything. So I picked this one up here. Another book that I had on my list, Chained to the Grave, number 1. Regular cover there. From the writers that brought you Faithless, this is Luna, number 1. I am looking forward to this storyline. This is cover A. Because I enjoyed Faithless as a story. I thought it was really, really well written. So I do have high hopes for Luna. I hope it doesn't let me down too much. But this is the B cover here. And then they had a Virgin variant of this here. But again, that was in the $15 to $20 range. I really don't want to spend that on a book. Deep Beyond from Image, number 1. Again, another book that I think has a pretty good story premise. I am looking forward to reading this one here. I got this cover here, cover A, and then kind of a real wicked looking cover here. And then a book that kind of flew by and just kind of went under the radar for me, but I saw it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to pick that up. From AWA, you know, I've spoken very highly of AWA because they've come out with some really good storylines. And you know I love Westerns, so when I saw this, it was a no-brainer. This is a 5-issue run. This is called Redemption from AWA. There was another cover, but this is definitely the better of the 2 covers right there, so I have high hopes for this as well. I just thought that cover was really wicked looking, so I was happy to pick this up here. And that is what I picked up for mainstream books. Now, I did go to my storage unit. I have a big storage unit that has stuff that I had from my shop, and then I continue to put books in there as I buy them. And I was just picking up some stuff, going through a couple of little short boxes, and I found a couple of books that I thought were interesting. Right here, this is Ursa Minor number 1. This is a Virgin variant that I picked up, and I found out that this is limited to 250. I bought it a long time ago at the, Big Dog Inc. Booth, and I think I paid like $20 for it. I just liked it. I didn't realize it was a limited print run. I just bought it because I thought it was a cool cover. And there's that there, really nice looking cover. And then another one from Ursa Minor, which I found out is worth a ridiculous amount of money. I bought this from Natalie Saunders at her booth when she was at Big Dog Inc. And this is Ursa Minor number 5. This is the Elizabeth Bathory cover. Now, I've only seen one other one listed on eBay, and it's listed for $299. I have no doubt that this book is not worth that much. But no past sales, nothing else listed. Very, very rare, I found out. Made a couple of phone calls, talked to some people. They said, yeah, that's a real hard book to find. So I was very happy to have this. And I bought it because it's a vampire book. I love Elizabeth Bathory, known as the Blood Countess. And if you don't understand the reason she's in the bathtub full of blood, is that in history, the Blood Countess, Elizabeth Bathory, would bathe in the bathtub after they filled it up with the blood of young girls, thinking that that would keep her youthful. So there was that there. Really, really liked it. Picked that up. Found a Spawn 223 Walking Dead homage right there. Picked that up. All these are, like most of my books, ridiculously high condition, so I was happy for that. Also found 2 Cross books that I just like the covers on. Cross was a decent story, but the covers are what really was the draw for me on those. And this is Cross Badlands number 50, the Mistress cover. Right there, just a wicked looking cover. Love that cover. Right up my alley. And then I have a Cross Badlands number 64, the Fatal Fantasy. This is like a Little Red Riding Hood right here. Again, I love the Fatal Fantasy stuff that they came out with. This is just another example of a really wicked cover. And these sell really well. Not ridiculous. They're not expensive books, but you can get $8 to $15 on these books simply because the covers are really, really desirable. And then lastly, I found another high-grade copy of this. I know I had bought a lot of these when they came out because I was really into this, and I have a lot of the variants that I'm excited for. This is Black Hammer from Dark Horse. We just talked about I don't buy a lot of Dark Horse, but I did buy this one here. This is Black Hammer number 1. Super, super high grade, and I mean already like a 9.8. Now, this book has got a lot of heat on it right now because apparently they're doing something or it's been delayed, but it's going to be something that's going to be either television or made-for-TV movie type thing, you know, Netflix, Amazon Prime, something. But I know I have a bunch of these. I found another one in a box. It's amazing what I find in my storage units because I have so much stuff. And then finally, my friend Brian sent me a text message the other day and said, hey, I just picked up a small collection and there's some books I think you might be interested in if you want to come take a look. And so I was able to negotiate a purchase for 5 books. I was able to pick up 2 of them today. And so the first one I picked up, I'll show those now. The first one I picked up is a Sam Hill Private Eye from 1951, a really nice pre-code. There's that right there. Sorry about the glare. Nice cover. He's got the smoking gun in his hand, the dead girl. There was that there. Very excited to add this to the collection. And then I absolutely love this cover. This is a classic cover, but it's something that's going to go into the private collection as well. Very happy when he told me about this book. Not a high-grade book. It's got a spine split, bottom of the cover up to the first staple. But again, that's, you know, you're going to find these books. That's how the condition they're going to be because they're really, really hard to find in high-grade condition. He gave me a really good price on it. I was happy to get it. Brian, thank you very much for selling this to me. This is The Vault of Horror, number 37 from 1954. The famous hanging cover, and also the first appearance of Drusilla. That is a cameo cover. That's a cameo appearance of a girl that Vampirilla, who was a 50s, or Vampira, excuse me, Vampira. I got Vampirilla on the mind. Vampira, who was a 50s TV host and played in a couple of Ed Wood movies, got her idea to be her character. This is really nice right here. Again, just a beautiful cover. Presents really well, but it is a low grade like most of these books are. But still, very excited to add it to the collection. This is one of those books, you know, any of the EC books, the horror books, are things you just add regardless of condition because they're not easy to find. They don't walk into a shop every day. So Brian, thank you very much for that. So I was happy to get that. I got a lot of positive response as it relates to my grading video. So thank you very much for that. I will continue to try to do some videos. I've had a couple of requests to do maybe more detailed per grade videos. I will try to do some more videos like that down the line. But again, you know, I put this content out there and your positive feedback, your thumbs up means a lot. You can ask questions. I've always answered. I try to be a good, you know, host by answering the questions as they come up. So, you know, that's pretty much it right there. I did my April hot pick video on that. So take a look at some books. I have a couple of books targeted that I think are going to be pretty good. And again, you know, when I do these videos, it's not a guarantee that the book is going to go through the roof. I've had pretty good success with some of the independent books coming out. And so I just like doing that. It gives you a chance, you know, 2-3 months down the road to maybe put an order in so your comic book shop can order those for you and you get an opportunity to possibly get a hot book. So, you know, take a look at that video. And I'm going to start doing that video every time a new preview comes out because I break down the preview, I take a look at it, and I'll tell you what I think that I am looking forward to. And again, a lot of positive comments on that one, that people have gotten books in the past based off of my recommendations. So again, you know, this channel means a lot to me. Your feedback means a lot to me. It makes me feel really good, makes me want to continue doing these videos even when times are tough. I always look forward to doing these videos. So there was that. If you're a subscriber to the channel, thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get confirmation when a new video comes out. And as always, if you didn't like the video, nothing I can do for you. Have a great, great day. Happy hunting. And I got to show that baby one more time. Have a great night.